Hi, good morning, dear students. In the previous class, we learned about Newton's first, second, and third law, also conservation of momentum. Now, in this class, we are going to learn some problems related to Newton's second law of motion, also for the Newton's third law, as well as law of conservation of momentum. Now, just comment me what is the SI unit of momentum. Comment me what is the SI unit of momentum first. So symbol used to represent momentum is small letter p, small letter p, and expression for momentum is p equals to m into v. Now comment me what is the SI unit of momentum. What is the SI unit of momentum? Devraju gave the answer as kg meter per second. Any other answers? Comment your answers fast. Sharda kg meter per second. Veerappa and Jeevan kg meter per second. What is the SI unit of momentum? SI unit of momentum is kg meter per second. Kg meter per second. Okay. So mass, its SI unit is kg, and velocity is its SI unit is meter per second. Or you can write kg m is raised to -1. Both are correct. Now I'll start solving the problem. Just open page number 120 in your textbook. Example 9.1. Page number 120. Example 9.1. I'll read the question. A constant force acts on an object of mass 5 kg for a duration of 2 seconds. It increases the object's velocity from 3 meter per second to 7 meter per second. Find the magnitude of the applied force. This is the first part. Second one. Now, if the force was applied for a duration of 5 seconds, what would be the final velocity of the object? So, here two questions are arise. In the first one, they give the data and they ask us to find out the force. In the second case, they increase the time duration from 2 seconds to 5 seconds, and in that case, we have to find out the final velocity. Okay, first we will write the given data. What are the data are given in this problem? First we have to write them, and after that, which value we have to find out, that one we have to find out, and after that we have to apply suitable formula, or we have to apply related formula to solve the problem, and by substitution and simplification method we have to solve the problem. Okay, the first I will write the given data. Example 9.1. A constant force acts on an object of mass 5 kg. So first one is mass, comma small letter m. Okay, small letter m is the symbol used to represent mass, that is 5 kg. The next, for a duration of 2 seconds, time is given, comma t equals to 2 seconds. Small is the SI unit of time. It increases the object velocity from 3 meter per second to 7 meter per second. As I told you that first given value is initial velocity and second given value is final velocity. Therefore, it increases the velocity from 3 meter per second to 7 meter per second. So therefore, initial velocity comma u equals to 3 meter per second, and final velocity small letter v is equals to 7 meter per second. Find the magnitude of the applied force. What we have to find out? We have to find out the force. comma F equals to question. Okay, I think everyone understood this, how to write the given data. Small letter m is the symbol used to represent mass, small letter t is the symbol used to represent time, and small letter u is the symbol used to represent initial velocity, and small letter v is the symbol used to represent final velocity. So now we have to find out the force. So according to Newton's second law of motion, Newton's second law of motion. So what it tells? It tells acceleration given to a body is directly proportional to applied force and in the direction of the force, and it is inversely proportional to mass of the object. So according to that, the mathematical expression of Newton's second law of motion becomes F equals to, that becomes F equals to m into a. Okay. So F is the unknown quantity. We have to find out that m is mass, so it is given as 5 kg, and a is acceleration. Acceleration is not given. So single equation, two unknown quantities. Force is also unknown, acceleration is also unknown. So therefore, in a single equation, if two unknown quantities are present, then we can't solve the problem. So now, how to find out F or A? So they ask us to find out F. So that means A is given indirectly. So that is with the help of V, U, and D. We know that A is equals to V minus U divided by T. This is the formula for finding the acceleration. With same value, we'll substitute here. So it becomes F equals to m into A value is V minus U whole divided by T. Whole divided by T. Now in the formula, so it becomes F equals to m value 5 kg. So we must note that all the units are in SI. If the values are not in SI unit, then we have to convert the values in terms of SI unit. So therefore, m is 5 kg into V minus U. They are present in bracket. Okay, we have to use bracket for that. V minus U 7 and U value is 3. 7 minus 3. Divided by time taken. Time taken is 2 seconds here. So divided by 2. Just simplify and comment with the answer first. So values are in front of you. Just use the values and comment with the answer. Raju gave 10 as the answer. What is the unit? You have to write the unit also along with the magnitude. Otherwise, you will lose your marks. Okay, after simplification, along with the answer, you have to write the SI unit also. So Veerappa and Sharada give answer as 10 Newton. Any other answers? Don't copy the answer from your textbook, just solve and comment with the answer. Naveen Kumar gave 10 small letter n, that is the wrong answer. Okay, and the SI unit of force is Newton, or we can write that as capital letter N. If we wrote in small letter, then that is the wrong answer. Okay, I will continue this. 5 into 7 minus 3, 4 divided by 2 ones are 2 twos are. So F value becomes 5 twos are 10. Answer is capital letter N, Newton. Or we can write 10 NEW T1. This is also correct answer. Okay, F equals or. So 10 N or 10 NEW TON. So this is the answer of the first part. The next one, in that second sub question, find the magnitude of the applied force. We just now we found that as 10 Newton. Then now if the force was applied for a duration of 5 seconds, what would be the final velocity? What would be the final velocity? Now we have to find out the velocity, final velocity by using the same force and time as 5 seconds. Okay, for that again we'll use the same formula. See here, I'll consider this as part B. Okay, we have the formula F equals to m into v minus u divided by t. So when I cross multiply, it becomes f into t equals to m into v minus u. Okay, when I take this m to the left hand side, it comes to the denominator. F into t divided by m, that is equals to v minus u. So the next step becomes v equals to, when minus u comes to the other side, it becomes plus u. So that is why it becomes u plus f into t divided by m. U plus f into t divided by m. Now again same values we have to consider and we have to solve the problem. Okay, I will substitute the values. You have to comment me the final answer. V equals to, u value is initial velocity is 3 meter per second plus force is 10 Newton. Time taken, in this case time taken is 5 seconds. Okay, if you want we can write time comma t equals to 5 seconds in this case. Okay, whole divided by m, mass of the object is 5. Just simplify this and comment me the answer. First, simplify that. Give the answer as 53 Newton. Sharda gave 13 meter per second. G1 50 Newton. Veerappa 13 meter per second. So all are giving different answers. Tejashwini and Shiv give the answer as 13 meter per second. So here 5 ones are 5 ones are. These two terms gets cancelled. What is remaining here? V is equals to 3 plus 10 and V is equals to 3 plus 10 is 13 and SI unit of velocity is meter per second. So this is the final velocity, that is 30 meter per second. Very simple one. Just look at the answer. How many of you understood this? Just comment your name and click on the like button. Okay, do the calculation fast. Very simple problem. So the values are given, mass and initial velocity, final velocity, time taken is given. By using that we have to find out the force, and after getting the force the time is changed to 5 seconds, and then by using all the data we have to find out the final velocity at time equals to 5 seconds. Then I will move to the next problem. Second problem is example 9.2. Example 9.2, which would require a greater force, accelerating a 2 kg mass at 5 meter per second square or a 4 kg mass at 2 meter per second square. So here two values are given, two different values, option A and option B. In that acceleration and mass of the objects are given in both the case, and now we have to find out in which case force is greater. We have to find out in which case force is greater. We have to find out. Okay, I will read the question once again. Which would require a greater force? So first case, accelerating a 2 kg mass at 5 meter per second. So I will consider case 1. Case 1. Mass is how much? Mass, comma m1 I will consider. So mass is 2 kg. 2 kg. And the acceleration is 5 meter per second square. Acceleration, comma a1. Okay, for the case 1, I will consider a1 and m1. a1 equals to 5 meter per second square. Now for the first case, I will find out the force. Force, comma f1, that is equals to m1 into a1. So comment me what is the value of force in the first case. Just substitute the values. The values are in front of you. Value of m is 2 kg and value of a is 5 meter per second square. First, comment me what is the force in the first case. 10 Newton is the answer. Any other answer? So your value of m1 is 2 kg and value of a1 is 5 meters per second square. Therefore f1 becomes 2 5s are 10 and the SI unit of force is Newton. So this is about the case 1. Now we'll go to the case 2. Case 2. First we will write what are the given data in that. Case 2, a 4 kg mass at 2 meter per second square. So mass is 4 kg here and the acceleration is 2 meter per second square. Mass, comma m1 equals to 4 kg and acceleration is 2 meter per second square. Acceleration, comma e2. Sorry, it is not m1, m2. Case 2, that's why m2, and the acceleration is a2, that is 2 meter per second square. Now again we will find out the value of force in this case. Force, comma f2, that is equals to m2 into a2. Now values are in front of you. Just substitute the value. Comment me the answer. As Prakash, Tejashwini, Sharada, and Shiv, Jeevan, Veerappa, Sujan, Maitri, Abhi, Kant, Jyoti give the answer as 8 Newton. We will check that. Force F2, M2 value is 4, E2 value is 2. So F2 value becomes 4 2s are 8 and SI unit of force is Newton. So therefore force in the second case is 8 Newton. So what is the question here? Which would require greater force? So now we calculated the force required for in the case 1, also force required in case 2. Now comment me in which case it is greater. In case 1 it is greater or case 2 it is greater. Just comment me first. In which case the force required is maximum. So case 1 is having mass as 2 kg and acceleration as 5 meter per second square, and in case 2 mass is 4 kg and acceleration is 2 meter per second square. Yes, case 1 is the correct answer. Therefore, in case 1, that is mass equals to 2 kg and acceleration equals to 5 meter per second square. In this, it requires greater force. It requires greater force. Okay. So this is the solution of second problem. Now we'll move to the third problem. That is example 9.3. So in example 9.3 it is given that example 9.3, a motor car is moving with a velocity of 108 km per hour. See here 108 km per hour is given, but kilometer per hour is not the SI. That means we have to convert kilometer per hour into meter per second. I will ask about that later. First I will read the question. And it takes 4 seconds to stop after the brakes are applied. Calculate the force exerted by the brakes on the motor car if its mass along with the passenger is 1000 kg. Kg is the silent, no need to change anything in that. So motor car is moving with a velocity of 108 km per hour. So first value is given. So that is 108 km per hour is initial velocity. And it takes 4 seconds to stop. Therefore time taken is how much? 4 seconds. It takes 4 seconds time to stop. That means finally after 4 seconds the velocity becomes 0. That means the final velocity is 0 here. And the mass of the vehicle is given, motor car, that is including the passenger mass, that is 1000 kg. So mass is given, initial velocity is given, final velocity is given, and time taken is given. Now based on that we have to find out the value of force. Now here all the units are in SI except the initial velocity. And your initial velocity is how much? 108 km per hour. So now which is the formula to convert, or which number we have to multiply to get the unit in meter per second? Just comment me the answer. First, Shiv give the answer as 5 divided by 18. Shrikant 5 by 18. Any other answers? Which number we have to multiply to get the answer in meter per second from kilometer per hour? Maltesh, your answer is wrong. Jeevan 5 by 18. Shirin Banu 5 by 18. Maltesh, Chandrapa, Sujata 5 by 18. Yes, that is the correct answer. So I will write initial velocity. Initial velocity, comma u, that is equals to 108 kilometer per hour. 108 kilometer per hour. So to convert a kilometer per hour into meter per second, we have to multiply the given number with 5 by 18. So therefore u equals to 108 into 5 divided by 3. Just comment me the answer first. So what is the final initial velocity? First, comment me the answer. So 108 into 5 divided by 18. meter per second. Yes, that is the correct answer, because it is 18 ones are 18 6 are, and u becomes 6 5 are 30 meter per second is the initial velocity. Okay, then time is given. time comma t equals to how much? The motor car comes to rest after 4 seconds. So time is here 4 seconds. The motor car comes to rest, that means final velocity is how much? It is 0. Final velocity comma v equals to 0 here, and mass is given comma m equals to 1000 kg. Now based on that we have to find out the force. Okay. According to Newton's second law of motion, Newton's second law of motion, what is the mathematical expression? F equals to m into a. Okay, force equals to mass into acceleration. So based on that, F equals to m into a value is v minus u divided by t. Therefore now we have the expression F equals to m into v minus u divided by t. Now I will substitute the values in this. So you have to come and give the answer. F equals to m value how much? It is 1000 into v minus u. V value is 0. U value is how much? It is 30. And time taken is 4 seconds. Just simplify that and come and give the answer. How many of you understood this till now? First, comment your name as well as the answer. So Sharda gave 7500 Newton as the answer. Any other answers? Veerappa, Maltesh, Tejashwini give the answer as, and Sangmesh 7500 Newton, and Shiv 220, and Priya 220 Newton. So all are giving 7500 as the answer, and one answer is different, that is 220 Newton. Any other answers? Fast. So here F equals to thousand. Here 0 minus 30. 0 minus 30 is not 30. Okay, it is minus 30. 0 minus 30 is not 30, because here we have to do subtraction along with the sign of highest term. Highest term is 30 here and it is having negative sign, so therefore answer is minus 30 whole divided by 4. Then, so we have to find out the answer by simplification. 4 ones are 4, 250 is up, because 4 25 is 100, then another 0. Then F equals to, now we have multiplication, plus into minus, minus. Okay, here we are getting minus as the answer. 25 3 is 75. Here on 0, here on 0, 2 0. So therefore answer is minus 7500 Newton. Okay, minus 7500 Newton. So everyone's answer is wrong. So many gave the answer as 7500 Newton and 250 Newton. So that is the wrong answer. The exact answer is minus 7500 Newton. Just look at the answer once again. How many of you understood this? We'll try to solve the problems once again in a short period, fast. Initial velocity is in terms of kilometer per hour, that you have to convert that into meter per second, and to convert kilometer per hour into meter per second you have to multiply with the help of 5 by 18, and then time is given second, and final velocity is 0 here because the motor car comes to rest, and the mass is 1000 kg, and we know that according to Newton's second law of motion, F equals to ma, and here value of A is V minus U divided by T. That's why the expression for force becomes F equals to m into V minus U divided by T. By substituting the value, we will get the answer as F equals to minus 7500 Newton. Okay, then the next one, next problem. Example 9.4. Example 9.4. Just read the question. A force of 5 Newton gives a mass m1. A force of 5 Newton gives a mass m1, an acceleration of 10 meter per second square, and a mass m2, an acceleration of 20 meter per second square. What acceleration would it give if both the masses were tied together? So a force is given, so that is 5 Newton, and two cases are given. So in one case mass is F1, mass is m1, and acceleration is 10 meter per second square. In the second case, they give the mass as m2 and acceleration as 20 meter per second square. So mass m1 and m2 is not given, but instead of that, the force is given and acceleration is given in both the cases. And force 5 Newton is same for both the cases. Now based on these two values, we have to find out the value of m1 and m2. So that is the first part of this problem. Then in the second part, they ask us to find out the acceleration when both the masses are tied together. So both the masses are tied together means first we have to find out the mass m1 and m2, and by combining m1 and m2, that means we have to add value of mass m1 and m2, and then by using the force as 5 Newton, we have to find out the acceleration value. Okay, first I will write the given data. Case 1, force is how much? Force, comma F1, or directly I will consider F, that is equals to 5 Newton. Then in the first case, mass, comma m equals to, I will consider m. Okay, m is the symbol, and m1 is the present value of mass in case 1. Then acceleration, comma a equals to 10 meter per second square. 10 meter per second square. So now we have to find out the mass m. Again we have to write according to Newton's second law of motion, we have the formula F equals to m into a. So here F as F, m as m1, a as a1. Therefore m1 equals to F divided by a1, because a1 is multiplied to m here, when it goes to the other side it becomes division. So therefore m1 equals to F divided by a1. So therefore it becomes F value is 5 and a1 value is 10. 5 ones are 5 twos are. That means it is 0.5 kg. So value of mass m1 is 0.5 kg. Just look at that answer of case 1. How many of you understood that? How many of you understood the first case? Comment your name. This is the case 1. Then case 2. Case 2. In case 2 again force is how much? 5 Newton. Force comma F equals to 5. Then mass is given as m2 here. Mass comma m equals to m. Then acceleration is given. Acceleration a equals to how much? In the second case, it is 20 meter per second. 20 meter per second square. Now again we have to find out m1, m2 by using the Newton's second law of motion. According to Newton's second law of motion, F equals to m2 into a. So here, this is in second case, mass is given as m2 and the acceleration we consider as a2. Therefore, F equals to m2 into a. Therefore, m2 equals to F divided by 8. So, a2 is again multiplied here and goes to other side, becomes division. So, therefore, m2 equals force is 5 Newton and acceleration is 20. Just comment me the answer. What is the value of m2 in the second case? What is the value of m2 in the second case? Comment me the answer first. .25 kg, 1/4. Okay, it becomes 5 ones are 5, 4s are 20. It becomes 1 divided by 4, and 1 divided by 4 means it is 0.25 kg. So here we have to convert that fraction into decimal because next sub question is present. That in that case we have to tie both mass m1 and m2 together. Okay, this is the first solution. The next part. So here m1 value is 0.5 kg, m2 value is 0.25 kg. I will rub the first part here. When mass m1 and m2 tied together, then m becomes m1 plus m2. m1 value is how much? 0.5 kg, m2 value is 0.25 kg, and therefore m value becomes 0.75 kg. Okay, this is the mass, the total mass of the object when mass m1 and m2 tied together. And acceleration of force. Okay, again force comma F equals to 5 Newton. Again we have to find out the value of acceleration. Again, according to Newton's second law of motion, F equals to m into a. F equals to m into a. Again we have to substitute the values in this formula. So therefore F equals M value so much. Now in this case both the mass will be tied together. Therefore it becomes 0.75 into acceleration. Oh, sorry, acceleration is not given here. Instead of that, force is given. Therefore I will first rearrange the formula. A equals to F divided by M. A equals to F divided by M. So here M is multiplied. When it goes to other side, it becomes. Therefore A value becomes F is 5 Newton, M value is 0.75 kg. 0.75 kg. By simplifying that, we get the answer as A as 6.67 meter per second. 6.67 meter per second square as the answer. So here in the numerator whole number is present, in the denominator the decimal number is present. We can convert the decimal number into a whole number. So see here, note here 5 divided by 0.75. So when I move one decimal place to the front, so here in the numerator I have to add 1 0. So now the denominator becomes 7.5. Then further, if I want to shift this decimal point to the next place, I have to add another 0 in the numerator. So it becomes 500 divided by 75. Then we can cancel this with the help of 5. 5 ones are, then it remains 25. 5 5s are 25. Similarly, 5 ones are, then 0, 500. So by using that calculation, we'll get the answer as 6.67 meter per second square as the answer. Just look at the answer once again. How many of you understood this? Just comment your name. Very simple calculations. It involves only we have to remember the Newton's second law of motion formula here, that is F equals to M into A, and the acceleration formula is A equals to V minus U divided by T. And you must know the simple calculation and the rules for the calculation. Okay, thank you dear students. I'll continue the remaining in the next class.